Jalen Rose took to Twitter not too long ago to talk about the state of American hoops.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Dear U.S.-born basketball players, put in that work tirelessly and show discipline. Otherwise, NBA jobs are becoming extinct." So the question here is, we'll see an NBA in the future where American ball players are the minority on rosters?
Crickets.
I'm blaming a few individuals, but he's spot on. He's right. Like, we got to be careful. Like, the amount of French guys I saw this year at the draft lunch.
Yeah.
And I know all the guys. I read the names, but when I'm in front of them, I'm like, oh,
you're not from here.
Because some guys you see with a different name, like Iguodala.
Yeah.
But I only been to Africa. I've been back one time.
Right.
I wasn't born there.
Yeah.
So some names you just like, when I'm in there, I'm like, oh, they speak a little bit of English. Yeah. Because we don't have the discipline that they're showing. And so
we're not a structure.
We're not a structure. And at the same time, if you want to everyone wants to make the safer bet.
Yeah.
And when I bring in guys, like, our youth think they're in NBA when they're 12. I'm in the league already. I'm in the league. You know how many kids tell me they gonna get to the league? I'm like, you ain't going to the league just because you said that.
No. That's what 10 think you're going to the league. I'm like, bro.
You're not going to the league, man.
It's hard to that man.
First of all, you wear a size 12, or you wear a size 9. You wear a size 9 and you're 14. You ain't never going to grow again. You're not going to the league.
It's over. But your growth spurt happened.
But we have an entitlement issue with our youth because we're coddling them and we're paying them at a young age. You got agents paying kids at 14, 15 years old, bankrolling a family because agents now have looked at our youth as a venture capital firm.
It is.
They want the ROI, baby.
I'm going to spread my bets out across the board each year and keep a pipeline, and I'm gonna hit a jackpot, and the numbers say the odds gonna come back
at some point. Right?
I'm gonna 10x my investment,
mm-hmm.
And it's disrupting the youth development. Whereas over there, it's like, hey, there's this great thing called the NBA, and there's these superstars, and people are changing the face of the earth. Like, we can change our family's background, and it's like they got the blueprint on the procreation part.
Mm-hmm.
Tall African, you get a tall female, and they creating these monsters. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, teach them how to, walk straight, teach them how to bound and do twists and play soccer. They got the footwork, and then get some hand-eye coordination.
Oh,
and
man.
Then they just build them. It's a factory.
7'6" with a tween.
There's a lot of them over there, though.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah. And France is just one place, like one part of the world, another, one specific part of the world that's doing that. Or that we speaking of, like, it's other places around the world, countries that is
2024 Olympics coming up, man. We about to see it.
Canada got a squad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize all those guys were Canadian.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
And they got great role players.
But what's happening is everybody is realizing, okay, we're going to play with our country. Like, we're going to go back and play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, we know we ain't going to be part of that. And we have an opportunity. And the game is global now, so I don't have to be on the U.S. if I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can go play in Canada instead of trying to go try out and get cut from USA team, and then I'll be better with the USA team. You get what I'm saying? It's like...
Bro, you got a guy like, you got dudes like...
So I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with it because the game is changing. The idea of the game and development, while we over here complaining about our youth development, they're over there doing youth development and being developed as youth. So by the time they get 17 and 18, they done already played club basketball. They done already played 15U, 16U, 17U, but they in this academy.
Together.
So they have academies. Just like we have NBA teams, they have academies. So imagine 20 teams in the NBA all had academies, which G League should be, right? Like the thought of what the academy should be. We shouldn't be, we should really be sending people to the G League and like developing these guys almost like the farm system in baseball. And when you're ready, you ready.
Call them up.
Call them up.
Right.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but they already have that system implemented, which is why Jalen Rose is saying be careful because it's happening, and you going to look up in the next couple years and see it start to shift in the amount of international players and the amount of domestic players.
Better watch out, man. You know what I'm saying? Careful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking with it also, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to see my guys. I miss the era. We talked about this way in an earlier episode. I miss the era of like, yo, this dude went to Lincoln High School. You know what I'm saying? Like he won the state championship in New York State, and then he went to fucking some random Fordham University, bro. He went to an AC. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Melo graduated from went to Cuse, won the Natty. And those stories of like, yo, like, yeah, man, this kid's coming up through this program. Now it's just like, yo, bro, like,
we don't know who's who.
Who the fuck is who, bro? They playing for every day. They got 28,000 AAU teams.
NBA season may be over, but there's plenty of sports to choose from, and PrizePicks has got you covered when it comes to helping you make some bread.
PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app where you can select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and you could turn your little $10 into $1,000. PrizePicks is wild simple to play. I can make my picks and submit my entry in less than 60 seconds, B.
So be sure to visit prizepicks.com/7pm and use promo code 7pm for a deposit match up to $100. In the meantime, stay locked in at 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.